Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my random thoughts on Thursdays, and this week we're just gonna have a random update. So I've been better doing weekly videos again, although you may have noticed that I kind of missed last week, and that's because I was actually out of town. I had the thought of possibly filming a vlog while I was out of town and posting it and everything for last week, but that just obviously didn't happen. So be that as it may, I'm back again this week, and so where I was last week is, I've talked about this in my vlogs every year, but I go to a conference called the Adobe Summit. It used to be called the Omniture Summit. It's a digital marketing conference specifically for customers of the Adobe Digital Marketing Cloud, or the Marketing Cloud, because Adobe has their different silos. They got their Creative Cloud, which most people are familiar with. Creative Cloud has Photoshop and Dreamweaver and Illustrator and all those tools in that suite. Marketing Cloud is what I specialize in because it's analytics. As I mentioned before, I'm a web analytics consultant. For those of you who are new to my channel, if you are, hi, welcome. But yeah, I run my own analytics consulting business, and I personally specialize in Adobe Analytics. So this is a conference that I go to every single year for a number of things. One, I get to get updated on all of the upcoming changes that are coming to the analytics tools, and it's a digital marketing suite now. So while the analytics tool is kind of like the cornerstone of the tool, there's social tracking tools now, and test and target and optimization tools, and there's the Adobe Experience Manager, which is like the new big thing, and it's sort of like the enterprise version of Dreamweaver. If you will. It's not like Dreamweaver at all, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Dreamweaver is like a tiny little personal tool that you can use over on the creative side, and then you've got Experience Manager, which I think used to be Adobe CQ. CQ used to be the name of from the company they bought it from, but now it's Experience Manager, and it allows you to, it's kind of like a content management system, like a WordPress kind of thing as well, but it allows you to build and manage and design websites and web apps and all this kind of stuff, is my understanding. And so it's this whole thing, but it's targeted specifically at the enterprise, at corporations, and it's not cheap. I have no idea how much it costs, but all of these softwares that they have on the marketing side, it's all software as a service. So it's all hosted on the Adobe servers, and you have to log in through a browser to access the tools and things and use them and stuff. And so it's different from like the creative side, where you download the software and Photoshop actually lives on your computer, even though they do have a cloud component to it. The software itself, I mean, if you're offline, you can still use Photoshop, whereas with Adobe Analytics and all of the other digital marketing tools, if you are offline, you can't use them. You kind of have to have internet in order to use the marketing tools. And then Adobe's added a new silo, is the document cloud. That's where PDF stuff and everything kind of, they're kind of, I don't know if PDFs or Acrobat is still going to continue to be part of the Creative Cloud, or if that's going to move over there or not. I don't know exactly what their plans are on that one, but anyhow, so Adobe does lots of different things. I actually have the Creative Cloud as well, so I'm familiar with both Creative and Marketing Clouds, although for my business it's marketing, so that's what I do. And the conference, it's every year, and it's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. I'm going like from 8 in the morning till 1 in the morning every single day. In the mornings I get up, there's networking breakfasts, there's opening sessions, there's the various different learning sessions I can attend, and then they have partners that come, and you can go to the partner pavilion, and you can go and talk to the partners, and you can also network with other people. And the conference has grown so much. We're at 10,000 people now is the cap for the conference, that they had to move. It used to be in Salt Lake City, and now it's in Las Vegas. So that's kind of fun. And a lot of people were like wary about like, well, how is this going to affect the conference? How is it going to change the conference? And to be perfectly honest, I was pleasantly surprised that even though it was in Las Vegas, and yes, we had to kind of walk through smoky casinos to get to the conference center and everything, but the overall feel of the conference actually didn't feel that different. I think they tried very, very hard to keep the conference feel very similar to what we had in Salt Lake City, which was great. It really, the transition was so much more smooth because of that. And so that was good. Even though it wasn't Salt Lake, it still kind of felt like coming home. It's kind of like this annual thing where it's kind of like this annual family reunion of 10,000 people. When I first started, I think there was only 2,000 people who were going to this conference. So it's grown a lot over the last few years. I mean, I've started going in 2005. I don't know when the Omniture Summit originally started. I don't know if it was like 2003 or if it was a little earlier than that, but I've been going since 2005. This I think was my 12th conference now at this point. Anyway, it's been a while. And yeah, so there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of networking, and since I'm an independent business owner, for me, networking is key in terms of meeting potential clients and, you know, being able to say, hey, you know what, I do this, I'm a little cheaper than those guys over there, and you know, please hire me. But then a lot of my clients actually go to the conference as well, and so it's a chance for us to meet face to face and kind of, you know, build a rapport that we couldn't otherwise, because most of the time we're just on the phone or email and that kind of thing. And so it's a good way to kind of really build rapport with existing clients, network with potentially new clients, you know, network with Adobe themselves, and I'm constantly building on that relationship since that's what I specialize in. And then my subcontractors were able to come as well. One has a regular day job, and so he was there because of that, and he's just kind of moonlighting with me, and so and actually his boss knows. In fact, they might actually want to bring me on board for some projects as well, so that's kind of cool. But regardless, so he was there, so I had a chance to meet him face to face, and then I was able to get a guest pass at a ridiculously discounted rate for my other subcontractor. He was limited in terms of what he could do at the conference, but he was able to meet with other people and talk to them and everything. So that was kind of cool, as well as being able to do a lot of face-to-face meetings with people I already work with, as well as, you know, meet new people and try and expand my business further. So that was great. And then of course there's lots of socializing in terms of there's just industry people that I work with, well, not work with, but that I know, I know through social media, you know, we kind of share knowledge and ideas and everything else. And so it's kind of nice to just kind of sit down with other people who do what I do and just kind of talk about stuff. Things that I can't talk about with most other people. I mean, you know, I kind of give you guys a little bit of a high-level overview of what I do, but there's like in-depth stuff that I can talk about, like conversion rates and charts and graphs and all these, you know, all this kind of stuff that only other analysts can understand. Now, not necessarily web analysts, because there's a lot of overlap in terms of different types of analytics. Like my husband was really into financial analysis, and there was a lot of overlap. Okay, so there's the finance piece that's different than the web piece, but bottom line, it's data that you analyze, and whether it's financial data that you're analyzing or web data or whatever, you're analyzing numbers and you're trying to see patterns and look at trends and that kind of thing. And so there's a lot of overlap, there's a lot of similarity. And so, you know, even with my husband, he and I were able to discuss things in terms of analysis and stuff that I wasn't able to with other people. And so that was always, you know, that was a good thing. And he actually was very good at Excel, and he was able to help me with a lot of Excel stuff, which was great. So I'm a lot more advanced with my Excel skills than I used to be because of him. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on, and so that's what I was doing basically all last week. I've been just kind of playing catch up the rest of this week in terms of email and work and everything else. But you know, so keeping busy, and just like I'm kind of plowing through existing projects right now and tying up loose ends on a few things. I've got new projects coming in, so I'm still like just getting lots of work, which, you know, is good. In addition to that, I'm still doing my writing, and I'm upgrading my forum. So I have a forum called geekcentral.net. It's geek-central.net. I'll have a link below if you wanted to go view it. I'm right now in the process of setting up a new forum software. I just imported all the data from the old one yesterday, and I've got to fix all the board permissions because the board permissions got messed up. And once all that's fixed, then I'm going to flip the switch. So if you went and looked at everything, it may or may not be the new software by the time this video is up, so I don't know yet. It just depends on how long it's going to take me to fix all the permissions, because there's quite a lot of boards and everything. I've got almost 400 members on the forum, and tons of posts and everything. So it's actually a fairly active board, although it's kind of like ground to a complete halt at the moment because everyone knows I'm switching software. So no one wants to post on the old one because I've already imported everything, so everyone's just kind of holding back and waiting. So like I've got to get the new software up in the next day or two so people can come back and start posting again. And I've got like one of the reasons I'm moving to this new software is because it includes a incentive system, so that I can kind of incentivize people to post more and that kind of thing. So you earn credits, and then I'm still working out the whole incentive system. I've got the credits system in place, so as people post and as people interact on the site, they will earn credits. What the credits are going to be good for long term, right now at the top of my head, there's going to be like a VIP system, so you can buy into the VIP system with your credits, and the VIP will give you access to certain things that are restricted for most general users. So there's that I'm trying to work out. But then I may or may not want to try and find other types of incentives where people can earn, I don't know, gift cards or merchandise or something. I want there to be, you know, possibly something tangible outside of just forum perks. I don't know exactly how I'm going to make that work yet, so, you know, bear with me on that if you want to join the forum. But, you know, please come and check it out. I'm pretty happy with how things have evolved with the forum over the last few years, and I'm just continuing to build it and improve it and everything. On top of that, I've always maintained a bunch of blogs. I don't blog as much as I used to because of this channel. A lot of the blogging I used to do now ends up here on YouTube instead. But I still do blog on occasion, and I kind of had, you know, I've had this one blog forever called gabsplace.com. And that was my blog, and all my friends, it was basically just me blogging and my friends reading it, and that was it. And I also posted, you know, photos and recipes and all that kind of stuff, and it was just kind of like a mishmash of things. And I've decided to change it to specifically recipes, because a lot of people really like my recipes, and so I decided, okay, why don't I make this recipe focused? Because I have this other blog now called Kleineganz.com, which is related to this channel, and is another place for me to espouse my various opinions and things, especially outside of the realm of